The coming brand new iPhone SE4 2023 is pure budget luxury. From the specifications to the display, this smartphone seems to have a lot in store for users. Even though the iPhone SE3, also known as the iPhone SE 2022, came out in March 2022, these kinds of releases don't usually happen every year. Because of this, it is likely that the iPhone SE4 won't come out for a while. So let's find out some more about it. Analyst Min-Chi Kuo, who knows a lot about Apple, has stated that people can expect a bigger screen and the iPhone SE4 will have 4GB of RAM. This information comes from a note that MacRumors saw. The iPhone SE4 will certainly have a new chipset, and it will definitely support 5G networks, just like the iPhone SE3. However, which chipset will it have will depend on when it comes out. It is likely that Apple will add the notch to the design of the iPhone SE, which will have a full screen. Since the iPhone XR came in 2017, all of Apple's top-of-the-line iPhones have had this design. Due to the high cost of the hardware needed, it is not clear that Face ID and the True Depth camera system will be able to work on the new iPhone SE. Apple will be able to put the front-facing camera in the notch on the screen. Since the current SE has the same A15 chip as the iPhone 13 models, it is possible that when the new iPhone SE comes out, it will come with a chip from an earlier generation. So let's look at the processor. At this point, it is not clear whether the iPhone SE4 will have an A16 Bionic or an A15 Bionic processor. Since the iPhone 14 still uses the A15 Bionic chip and the iPhone SE 2023 will likely get a new design, it is unlikely that the iPhone SE 2023 will get the latest A16 Bionic chip. It is also possible that we will get the same A15 chip in the iPhone 14, but with an extra GPU core. RAM could go from 3GB to 4, but because the iPhone XR only had 3, it is possible that the RAM capacity will not get any better. How about the battery life? The iPhone SE 2023 will have a battery that can hold more power. The battery life should be around about the same as the XR, which is a great change. For example, even with heavy use, the XR's battery life is more than enough for a whole day. Moving on to the display, the only iPhone model that still has an LCD screen is the iPhone SE. All of Apple's other phones have had OLED screens instead. Since the iPhone 12, which came out in 2012, Apple has only used OLED displays for its top-of-the-line iPhones. They haven't yet said whether the iPhone SE4 will come with LCD or OLED technology, but Young says that both are good options for the company to think about. Apple is thinking about buying 6.1-inch OLED screens from two different companies, as well as a 5.7 to 6.1-inch LCD screen. The iPhone SE is much cheaper than other iPhones, and since OLED displays are expensive, Apple may choose to continue with LCD. However, OLED prices may have dropped enough for Apple to switch to the displays for the next generation of iPhone SE. The third version of the iPhone SE is out now. It is Apple's smallest phone and is based on the design of the iPhone 8. It has a 4.7-inch screen and is the only iPhone model with large bezels and a Touch ID home button. That will change with the next update, and rumours suggest that Apple is working on a new design for the phone. They would look to get rid of the home button on the 4th generation iPhone SE in favour of a different way to log in. This change will make the iPhone SE look like Apple's other top-of-the-line phones. So what would it look like? John Prosser, a leaker, said that the iPhone SE4 could look like the iPhone XR from 2018. The XR was a smartphone with rounded edges instead of the squared-off look in recent iPhones. All of the previous SE models were based on older iPhones, so the new version would likely do the same. The first generation of SE looked like the iPhone 5S, the second and third generations, on the other hand, look more like the iPhone 8. But Apple could instead model the iPhone SE after the 12 and later, giving it more of a modern look like the company has been using in the past few years. This would add to the list of things the iPhone SE can do. As previously stated, the iPhone SE4 may have a notch instead of the big bezels that are on the current model. This could mean that Apple could also include Face ID, but it is possible that the company would stick to Touch ID and just move the fingerprint sensor to the side button instead of the home button. Now that unofficial renders of what the phone may look like have come out, we can confirm that they match the information given, and they will closely match the iPhone XR. Along with these renders, the source claims that the iPhone SE4 will have a 6.1-inch screen and come in midnight black, starlight white, and the product's red shades. An earlier report from the same source said that the iPhone SE4 might have a punch hole instead of a notch. However, since the iPhone 14 Pro already has this change, we don't think the SE will also have it. They haven't been very reliable with their leaks about the iPhone SE4, and because of this, we should take each of these claims with a grain of salt. It is also said that the next SE model will be called the SE Plus 5G. The iPhone SE4 release date. The iPhone SE4 hasn't been released yet, and Apple hasn't given official date of when it will be available. On the other hand, it is thought that Apple will release the iPhone SE 2023, if not sooner, in March 2023. This is based on the fact that the last two SE models came out in April and March of the years 2020 and 2022, respectively. Currently, there is no proof of anything, and Apple hasn't said anything publicly. So the launch could happen in either March or April, but we don't really know which year this will happen. Still, there are rumours. Ross Young, a leaker with a good track record, says it could come out as early as 2023, even though he has said before it would be 2024. So looking at the price, Apple may sell the iPhone SE4 in the United States for $449. The SE is the latest entry-level iPhone from Apple and it costs $429. In the past year, the price has only gone up by $29. With the new design and other improvements, it is possible that Apple will raise the price of the iPhone SE in 2023. If this turns out to be true, they could sell it for $449 or even $499, depending on how much money they want to make. It will also come in 3 different sizes of storage: 64, 128, and 256 gigabytes. Please remember that these are just rumours and the real prices have not been confirmed yet. These could look like 64 gigabytes at $429, 128 gigabytes for $479, and 256 gigabytes for $579. The first rumour, which turned out to be false, says that the price of the iPhone 14 Pro would go up because it would get more features and updates. Another possibility is that the price of the SE stays the same in 2023, as we can expect the design to remain the same. So, thank you very much for watching. What are your expectations of the iPhone 4 SE? Let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to get more updates like this one. And as always, thank you very much for watching.